keep up, you'll be okay. A beautiful day waiting for you. Just open your eyes, you'll see it's true. Good times, sunshine, gonna be here in no time now. Bad times, gray skies, push them all away, turn them upside down. You're gonna break new ground, turn everything around. You're gonna live your life. There's a beautiful day headed your way. Keep your head up, you'll be okay. Beautiful day waiting for you. Just open your eyes, you'll see it's true. A beautiful day.
Welcome back to the Booga Box live stream. It is Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. So, hope everybody is having a great week so far. Been pretty busy this week for us. So, but I do want to thank everybody for joining us. If you're watching us now or watching us later, I do appreciate it. We are going with the one camera today. Didn't have time. We didn't stream Tuesday because I was trying to set up the new camera for the ugly old face cam. And it was giving me issues, and I was having problems left and right. And I finally got to a point where I just had to stop because it was like I need to get ready for what I was doing Tuesday night with the band stuff. So, and then yesterday I didn't have a chance to get into it any, and I got it enough today, this morning, to get it into where we at least were. I'll have this weekend to play with it and get it worked out. Hopefully everything will smooth itself over, but otherwise, don't forget to give likes, thumbs up, shares, all that good stuff. Let's see here. Everything looks like it's going good. I'm not going to turn on the music. I'm going to play a clip of, or the time-lapse video I did of the gripping head inlay. Got it done. I did post the video to YouTube. I didn't upload it to Facebook yet. But we're going to play it here in this, during our stream here real quick before we get into doing a helm bracelet here. So let me go ahead and get that started real quick. This was, I think, how I can do this. It's been a little while since I played a video through here. Transition. Yeah, there we go. So there might be some audio with that too. Just a little background music there, but like I said, it's only about 2 minutes long, so I figure we'll just play it real quick here. Came out pretty good. Like I said, there's a few things that kind of I'm not totally happy with, but overall I'm pretty good with it. I did find out today the school does want to have it, so I'm making that's what kind of happened with yesterday and today. Since they, well, I didn't know they were going to want it, but I was still going to need some way to store it and transport it myself if I was going to keep it and take it to events. So that's what I ended up doing yesterday. Most of last night and part of today. I still got some more work to do on it. I'm trying to make a little box type thing because this one I can't roll up. It doesn't fold up like most of my normal inlays since it's such a tight inlay. But overall, right in through here, right there, I think was a clip that I missed. There was 2 times I missed about 35 minutes, I think it was, a video when I was doing the time lapse because my hard drive space ran out. I'd be over here working, and I'd come over here and do a half hour, 45 minutes, and one time it was about 30-minute mark. I worked about 41 minutes, and started realizing something was off, and realized it stopped recording. So missed a little bit then, and then it happened again after I moved everything over. I forgot to clear out the coach in my video program, which can take up several terabytes of space. So, but it's about done here. So, like I said, overall I'm pretty happy with it. I'm kind of glad the school's going to take it and I want to display it. So, that part I'm pretty happy with. Otherwise, like I said, I would have been happy to keep it myself, though. I just felt like it was time to build it, so we built it. But that was that. I'm going to go ahead and get some other background music going now here. Well, like I said, we're going to go with the single camera today, work on this helm. Basically, we're just recreating this. This is my daughter's that I made for her probably eight years ago now. I'm trying to remember. I think it was her sophomore year in high school. She worked in most of her band events. But she wants another one in red and gold for the dinner that we're going to here in October. So she wanted one. She likes this. So we're going to build it today. I've been asking her the last several days. I've been busy doing the other things, so I wasn't able to. But I'm going to go ahead and just start pre-closing up some of these here. But yeah, she wanted a red and gold one, so we finalized what kind of design she kind of wanted in it and color-wise. And then with that one, she hasn't worn it in several years because she's graduated and doesn't have concerts anymore. And it was a little short, so I actually still had the cake containers out for it. I expanded on that one, and so it'll fit her again. That's one of the nice things. And other than if it, luckily I still have some of this color green in that size. I don't use much of the square green in that size, so that was a good thing because the colors can change over time. So I was able to expand it, make it longer for her without a problem. And then we're going to just work up this one for her. And here, before we end the stream today, I'm going to get the ties out too. I made up 2 ties, laser etch ties out of scales. We kind of showed on one of the streams a while back, we showed making the tie, the neck part, but we never did. I never did show. I was kind of afraid to show them, but now I guess it doesn't necessarily matter. When I built it, there was no news out there of anything, so we will show those here at the end of the stream today. I'll grab those. Hopefully I can remember. I think that'll be the biggest thing. Can I remember? But yeah, it was Tuesday. I was trying to get the camera going and all that. Like I said, I'm trying to set up a new camera here. Things are a little wackadoo right now because it's been kind of a crazy couple weeks, to be honest. I thought it was going to be mellow, but things just kind of went sideways, per se. And then I tried working on it. I posted real quick after I wasn't going to make it right on time. Another 20 minutes, and I was trying to just get back, really, at that point in time, to this point, where I just had at least the single camera going again. That's why I didn't want to mess with anything until I got done with that last inlay to hook up this new camera. Because you just never know, and I was like, man, by the time I get going, I'm just going to be pushing into the time for doing, for doing getting ready for Tuesday night. I had the band event, the school district festival with all the 4 high school bands that I was going to videotape. So I was like, I finally got to the point I was like, I just got to give up, get that stuff going so I can get ready for the band stuff. And then that kind of took over basically the rest of the afternoon into the evening when I was videotaping, and then all that night when I got home, it was, I had the converting to do and all that, and get them uploaded to their respective YouTube channels and uploaded to a Google Drive, so the directors could go grab it for, because I run a Staley YouTube channel and a Tonka YouTube channel for their videos. So I have those two, but the other 2 high schools, North Kansas City and Oak Park, I don't have anything running for them, so I wanted to have a place where they could get the video. Plus, it's just there for anybody that wants to get it to, any of the band parents and kids or whatever, when they want to grab the video, they can. Spent most of doing that, Tuesday night. Wednesday, there's a little bit of leftover stuff I needed to kind of take care of. I wanted to get into, I had another camera there with me. Kind of toned down my cameras since, I've lost 2 cameras since I stopped doing the band stuff that have gone out on me. So it's like, I guess it kind of worked out because I definitely didn't have the money to replace them. But I've had them for years, so I can't complain. But, but I did have another camera there, and so I was doing some close-up shots here and there where I could. And I want to kind of mix that into the video. I just wanted their main video to start with just everything on the field. There's no camera zooming in or anything, so everybody can see everybody, see what the forms are looking like, all that. So But then I like to play around with it, but I haven't gotten into that part of doing the video yet. Kind of missed doing that, I tell you what. I was busy Tuesday night, but it felt good. I was a little hyped up and made me go to bed late Tuesday night just because I was kind of like having kind of fun, you know. I was looking at the video, playing with it, never really got into doing any editing of that yet, so I still got that to go. Alright, I guess I can just go ahead and just start opening these, putting them together. So yeah, and then so today, or Wednesday morning, got up, played around a little bit with that. What else today? There was a bunch of running around yesterday to do too. Had to go out to get meds for the boy. We had to go get gas in the car. Stop by Costco. And then by later in the day, it was on my desk was still the inlay. You know, I'd taken it out, got pictures of it and all that, but I still had the inlay in the way, which wasn't good. It's not a problem. I do have a test place over here on my wall where I use the magic, whatever those magic wall hangers are, little strips you put on, you can pull them off. I use those on a wall for test hangings. Whenever I got anything to hang, I can put those up on the wall, let them hold stuff, so I could just put it over there. So I did have that that I could move over, but then I was like, well, either way, if I'm keeping it, I need some way of transporting it and storing it. If I'm going to give it to school, I'm going to need some way to transport it for them and store it, because I don't know, you know, what they plan on doing right off the bat. It might take a while to get it, whatever. So I was like, well, okay, I guess I need to make something. So I actually thought about yesterday morning, and while we were actually at Costco, I was wanting to see about getting some big cardboard chunks. You know, when they get big pallets of stuff, they have the big cardboard separators. I was like, I could use that. I forgot totally while we were there to look into it and see. Until we got back home, I was like, oh man. I was like, I'm not making a trip back up there for that. So I looked around, and I normally always have some foam board on hand, so I'm making a transport box out of some foam board. It'll work, it'll do the job. I mean, I've done it before, and my normal inlays that kind of can roll up, per se. I use shipping tubes and some of the triangle shipping boxes that they just can slide in once you roll them up. No big deal. Easy peasy. This one just wasn't like that, so. And I'm glad I thought about it. I've actually thought about it more than I wanted to. I'm no engineer, but my first thought was like, oh, I can just do this, and put it together. And then when I actually kind of started thinking about it that more, I was like, well, I'm going to run into a problem. I can't have it super thin. I got the balls at the top. I need something that they can hang in there. And it's going to fall down to the bottom standing up. And so it took a little while, and I've thought it, I hope, somewhat out. We'll find out, I guess, when it goes in. But I've still got a little bit more work to do. I got basically most of it's built. I got the bottom still to put in. I've got to reinforce my holders, per se, that are inside the box that are going to help it where the bar will sit on, just like if you were hanging it on a wall or whatever. I've got all that there, so it should work. I'm hoping it'll work, but I mean, this just does something that just doesn't need to be super great. I thought about it. I was like, well, I do have some wood that I could pull out and put in the laser. My laser's big enough. I could have made a wooden box for it to go into, and I'm like, that's just. I was like, you know, if a customer wanted it because they wanted it in some type of, you know, have something cooler to go with it, I could work out something like that. And I thought about doing it for this too, but it's like I got already so much going on. That would be another design time trying to figure out something, because it's something I haven't done. I know I can figure it out. It's just a matter of how long would it take me to figure out. That's always the biggest thing when those come around. So, but we're working out something. It'll do the job and get done. So, like I said, I'm glad to kind of school one sitting away. I would have kept it, and I would have been plenty happy to keep it, but I'm more happy to see it go someplace just to be shown off. And I mean, it'll just kind of be there and be seen, I guess, over time. But in a way, though, it'd been kind of nice to keep it till December when I have an event there, and I can show it off then too at my booth. But I have, like I said, I don't know when they'll even display it at the school, where they'll display it. It's just whatever they want to do. That's good with me, as long as they would like to have it and display it. So, otherwise, I mean, I'd have it and I'd display it, but it'd just be for myself. So now I'll just have one more inlay project to go for the band-related stuff, but we will be starting on the Kelsey jersey. Okay, that was a little weird. I didn't know what that meant. But, yeah, I'll start on the... I don't know if we're going to do it on Tuesday or Thursday of next week. One of those days next week, we'll be getting into it. Like I said, we'll be working on it one day of the week, and the other day of the week we'll work on something else, depending on what's needing to be done and what I need to make up for our next event. So, though I do have some other things I want to do, so even though we don't have our early October event here for Gladfest coming up anymore, I will be busy. I know tomorrow I've got a little bit of laser work to do tomorrow. Not a ton, so I have a little extra time to hopefully get some other stuff done. Depending on if it rains, if I get any outdoor work done around the house, but I've got a couple other things I actually have been putting off for a while. I've got half of the new project done over here. I need to get out and get finalized, get done. I've been putting it off for a while just because every time I get into something, there's always something else that comes up, and I want to get something, this or that. And though, I mean, if it's an order, right, I'll take the orders. And I do want to thank everybody for the orders. I've been having quite a few orders as of late. I do thank everybody for the orders, and everyone that's getting the tutorials I have. I've had several of the wormhole cubes going out a week, and had a little upsurge in the chainions here lately, so I do appreciate it. And I still have my other. There are a lot of people who have bought other tutorials for their Dreamcatcher wall hanger style things, but mine's a bit different. I've gotten good feedback from people that have done it. They're like, yeah, it's a lot different than some others that we tried. They were like a little reluctant to want to, but... And like I said, I've got a few others that I need to get pictured up and things like that. I've put off quite a bit of stuff, so... But it's never ending. I was talking to, who was I talking to the other day about doing inlays, and can't remember who it was now. I just remember it's like I got so many inlays. I've said it on the streams here before too. I got enough planned inlays that I could pull out and just order rings from. I know what the ring counts are. That I'd have enough to do for the next year, probably easy. And halfway made up inlays, I probably have another couple years worth of those. And then in my brain, I have probably another 10 years worth of them that I want to do. And it's like, there's just never no way I could ever do them all, unless somehow, you know, rings just magically appeared. Then maybe. A lot of them are cheese related, but I got some others that I want to do too. I've got some just different ones out there. Some other ones I've been wanting to do. Some old school looking things. I want to try well, I don't want to say that one yet, because that one I haven't seen anybody do, and it'd be it's going to be an inlay, but it's also going to be a little different. Yeah, I don't really want to get into that one right now, so we won't talk about that. It's still in my brain. I have no idea if it'd work, but I hate giving out some of my brain ideas. I have to watch myself sometimes, because I'm kind of open about some things, and I don't really watch what I'm saying sometimes, and, you know. I'm not the person you would want to tell a secret to for a surprise party, because I'll accidentally say it, not thinking about it. Oops, who am I talking to? I've done that to I remember I've done it several times with my mom through the years. About Christmas time, we'll be chit chatting about what, make sure we're not, crossing over gifts that she's getting for the kids, what I'm getting for the kids, the grandkids, whatever. So we're kind of, and there's been several years that I'll screw up. I'm going through. Okay, I got this for, this grandkid, this for that grandkid, blah blah blah, and not even thinking about it, I'll say what I got for her, and go. And normally I catch myself, but it seems like I'll let out every other 2 or 3 years. I'll let out one of them by accident. All right, so now we're going to do the helm part. We got the chain. Basically, it's just 1 and 2 chain. If we're going with one centerpiece, it'd be just a 1 and 1 chain. But there's many different ways of building this. Come back here, Reed. I've gone back and forth depending on what mood I'm in. Like I said, there's a lot of different weaves that can be made differently, put together differently. Sometimes you don't want to do it because they can take so much longer. Other times, the time is neglectable per se. And then other times it's just like I don't feel like I want to weave this way today. I'm going to weave this way today. So that's what you do. This way can be a little more difficult in a way, but right now it is a little more difficult just when I'm not hovering over it, so I'm trying to stay out of view here. Normally when I can hover and see everything better, and take my glasses off. Like I said, I've been doing that a lot lately and I love doing it. So doing a stream is actually a little more difficult for me because I have to keep an eye. That's when I need a producer, somebody that kind of runs the background stuff and can control stuff and say, hey, you have a question, or hey, this isn't doing what it's supposed to, or something, where are we at on our time? Well, it's 22, so yeah, we'll get done with this plenty before the stream time is up. We'll get the ties out. I do have another project in mind I need to do because, well, something that it's going to be I haven't done it in that size. I've done the weave before, but not in the size I want to try. So I got some stuff I'm going to be playing with. I don't know if I'll pull it out yet or not today. We'll see. Depends on how much time we have. But again, this weekend we'll be a little bit busy. Well, this wife and I's anniversary on Saturday. We're going to go out and movie and stuff, but I went looking at movies. There's just nothing out there I want to see. I'm not into horror flicks. Never have really been. I don't mind them per se, but I just don't really care for them. So most everything out there is just nothing I really care to see. So it's like, oh well, crap, what are we going to do? I was looking at renting a car again, even if it was just to kind of go drive for a little bit, because she doesn't get out a lot. But car rental prices, I tell you, man, it was just a year ago. Last year, we rented a car on our anniversary. Got us a nice Camaro. I think by the time it was done, it was like $83. Okay, no problem. I mean, yeah, for a day, whatever. I went to look again for this year, and the same car was going to be like $158, and that was out taxes and all the extra. The 80 whatever was the final last year, and I was like, yeah, I'm not renting a car again this year, sorry. So I honestly don't know what we're going to do, if we're going to do anything. I was hoping she'd have a good day, that we could do a little something maybe, but just nothing really to do, it seemed like. I went looking around, see if there's anything in town going on. Something that doesn't take too forever. I mean, I'd say go to the casino, but getting in and out, the harder time walking, everything. I don't want to push her into that, so it's like, I don't know what to do. just make some type of dinner, or she wouldn't know. She likes my food. I don't cook a ton often. We don't have a ton to pick from right now, though. It is about coming up on excuse me, coming up on shopping time, shopping week. So don't know what I'll be doing there. So, and then next week, I'm gonna have to get out and mow, depending on how much rain we get coming up. They keep telling rain, but then it doesn't rain. Hadn't really needed to mow, which the grass isn't tall, but some of the other crud that grows in the grass is kind of poking through. I don't have, the best of lawns, but there's some other stuff growing that you can get rid of, but again, chemical, costs money, blah, blah, blah. Other things you can do too, but I just try to keep my lawn normal. Luckily, it's kind of coming up on the end, I'm starting to see the first signs of leaves, which I definitely am not looking forward to be honest with you. I hate leaf time. You'll hear me talk about it all the time in the stream. When I was looking the other day, I was like, I've been streaming for more than 2 years. I was like, man, it does not feel like it. It's so weird. Being for who I am, that you would not think that, it was kind of, I was like, yeah, it's been almost 2.5 years. I was like, wow. I don't know, I was on YouTube and I was looking back at the first video stream that we did. And I actually had a few more before that was just to Facebook when it actually first started. So it's been a little bit longer than what I've seen through YouTube. So it's looking pretty good. Showing the red and gold colors with a little black from the school. I think she'll be happy with that. Almost looks a little oh man, why am I forgetting her name? The Joker's lady, with diamonds, red and black. You know what I'm saying. You know who I'm talking about. I know who I'm talking about too, but I just can't think of her name right now. Almost has that feel if it wasn't for the gold in there, but I'm digging. I think she'll like it. Like I said, I'm making this for the daughter. She wanted a bracelet like the other one for the dinner. I'll have my own. I'm going to do my own flat box weave. Well, I'm going to wear my own. I love doing my box weave. Stainless steel. I love this thing. Man, I need to grab my drink. Got to bring it over here with me. I'm talking more today than I have in a while. Didn't have much talking going Tuesday night. I was up on top of the press box, so everybody else was down in the crowd, so I never got to really chat with anybody. I got up there, started at 6. I was up there ready, setting up by about 5:15, so but never had anybody down there to go that was need to go down and talk to per se, and so. But I didn't want to leave because I didn't want to miss anything, because you just never know. I don't record everything, but. And then when it's over, by the time I get cameras and put it up there, most of everybody's already gone. Well, and waiting in the line to get at it in the parking lot. Holy me. Huh. It's been some years since I've done a football game, so I forgot. Well, when I was doing the band stuff, they weren't doing fifth quarter, so normally after halftime I would normally go, so there wasn't a lot of traffic then. But so it had been some years since I had a fifth quarter game where I'm there after the game and just traffic's crazy. It was worse kind of at my daughter's school. Even though it was a bigger school and bigger roads leading out in a way, it seems like it always took forever, but maybe that's just because there were more cars. I don't know. But, yeah, so I ended up just standing around for a while, but then I started noticing something. Everybody was kind of filing one way, and I was like, that line's still kind of going, but nobody seems to be going the other way. And I guess, I'm not sure why, but so I kind of, after a few, I was like, well, I could cut just through the parking lot over here and go out the other exit. Nobody's really seemed to go out that way, so that's what I did, and I actually got out a lot quicker than I was expecting to. But again, I did wait a little bit, so maybe that exit had started to die down before I noticed it. I don't know. Don't ask me. I was a jibber jabber. Rushed home, got the videos done. Tonight, let's see. I think I'll finish up getting that box done. The transport box, at least. The majority of it, and I'll probably let a lot of it set up overnight because I'm gluing a lot, taping a lot. It's not going to be necessarily pretty, but functional is more what I'm looking for. Did I do too many or not enough? What is going on here? Why do I have one extra? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's right. Yeah, I don't know why I put out 13 of those. Maybe because I had 13s of the reds. I don't know. Don't ask me. You should ask me because I should know, but I don't know. Where'd my... Oh, yeah. When I was playing around, pulling out the rings, kind of prepping them for the stream, like I had everything out, you know, so I didn't have to go digging. Forgot I moved those two up into the O because I was playing around. Alright, she likes these toggle things. I'm trying to find better ones of these. These are a plated. They do okay. I did just replace hers on this, but again, it was 6 years old. It was a little tarnished, but the metal wasn't peeling up or anything. I've had some bad plating, so they do okay. But I do want to change them. I got them out here. I just set it, and that are gonna be. I found some I can get, but you know, I try to get more on the bulk side so I can save a little money. Plus, save a little money on selling this stuff because you know I don't upcharge for any of that kind of thing. But I also want to have good stuff that I'm happy with its reliability. So I'm trying to find some stainless steel ones. I have seen some, but not worth the price. You know, I mean, I found some. These are kind of standard to me, I would think. Shouldn't be super expensive in stainless, but the stainless ones for these that I've found so far, anyway, in bulk, cost more than my handcuff stainless steel class. And I'm like, that to me is just insane. So, alright, well, let's see where we're at in our time. We're at 32. So, yeah, these helm bracelet this size anyway. If it was a smaller one, those take me about 45-ish or so. These are pretty quick. They're same length, so it should fit her. But now she'll have one from her school and one from my school. But she's used to red and gold. She grew up in red and gold because that's my old school. It's my Chiefs. Red and gold's kind of been her standard. She knows. So I guess I can get the ties brought over here. And then I guess I can pull out some rings I need to test because like I said, I'm going to do a flat box weave, but I want to do it in smaller. I am going to just do it in silver right now. I want to find out the size I want to do and make it in. Though I do want to, I've showed this before. This is simple 2 and 2, but in small ring sizes. I love this. There's another one I did that I actually took every other one where the two are connected, and I take one and leave it unconnected so it'd flop out that way, and the next row I'd leave flopped out this way, and it was a really cool effect, and I want to do some more. That one I ended up giving away. This one I didn't take with us to the last 2 events. I keep forgetting, so I need to do some of those. I want to get those going. So let me get those ties brought over here real quick. I'll grab my drink too, because I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. Oh, where's Cat? I won't step on yet. He's been under my feet today. Alright. So we'll start with this one. Man, I wish I had the ugly old base cam. It'd work better. This is the one. I'm trying to keep it in. This is my tie that I made for myself. Yeah, I'm not gonna see if I can zoom out a little bit. Do a little bit bigger view here. Scale tie. Just need to pull it up a little bit here. Kind of did a variation colors. When I actually was working on it, I designed it out. I made like 17 different designs. and trying to find out what I would like. So, but this is the one I ended up doing for myself. I ended up going with a dragon scale neck part tie. I hadn't done a dragon scale version before for up here, so I was like, man, I want to try something different on these ties this time. And then the other tie here is another one. It was my second favorite, and I wanted to make up something for the student that brought up the idea of nominating me to the band parents for the Hall of Fame for the school. So I made him up a tie too. I picked another one out of the designs that I liked and made him up a tie. I don't know if he'll like it. I have no idea. He's into chainmail. I don't have a clue, but he can use it to show off, wear, whatever he'd like to do with it, really. I mean, I just, I felt like I wanted to do a little something for him, too. That was, when it was first brought up about this, I was like, I don't know. And then I was told how it came about, and I was like, man, I can't say no, to turn it down. I mean, and then at the time I was like, it's just a nomination too. I totally honestly thought it's just nomination. Nothing will come of it. I still feel unworthy. I mean, I've done stuff, to help out and stuff for a while, but it's still weird. I have a hard time talking about it. It's just so weird. It has kind of, in honesty, stressed me out a little bit because it just feels so weird. It's not something I'm used to. I hate being in the spotlight. I normally like to be behind everything. Just, who's that guy that does stuff? That's me, not. But anyway, these are the ties. Like I said, I think we did the strings for the neck portions. This one's basically kind of a helm. What we just did, kind of a tighter helm. I wanted to try something a little different there, so I didn't even think about it until right now. I mean, it's more of a helm sheet with a twist because of the ring sizes I use. I was trying to make my neck parts a little bit tighter. This one's still bunches, but I think I do like this one the best, but this one definitely took the longest. But I do like how they turned out compared to, I like the other ones I do. Normally it's just Japanese weave that I make the neck parts out of. One, because it can make it cheaper because it's quicker. Two, that's just kind of how I started building them when I first started building them, so I just kind of went with it, and I never thought about changing it up. Till now, and I was like, man, I'm going to try something a little different this time. So, because I've made up probably, 15, 20 ties. Oh, maybe even more now that I think about it, yeah. I guess I'm probably more up into the 30-ishes of ties, so. Those are them, like I said. I'll be wearing that on October 11th to the dinner. Been keeping those stored up and out of the way. Now, I guess I'm going to grab some rings here. Let me look at what ring sizes I have and what I want to do this smaller flat box weave. I've done a bit of a smaller one, but I want to try to. I'm trying to think. I've got 3/32. Now 3/32 should be. No, that might be too small. Actually, that's 3. That's an 8th. 8th and 20 gauge. That give me my 4. Because basically what I'm looking for is about an AR of 5 and an AR of 4. Do I have what I need in 20 gauge? Would be a 5. Would be 11/64. I don't have any. I could make some up, I think. That would be a little bit bigger, and that's 19. You know what we're going to do? We're going to try this here. We're going to try these two sizes. Not necessarily the proper-ish. I think. Let me take a look here. Yeah, I think that would probably work. We'll give it a try. These are 19 gauge, so that's why I'm kind of thinking maybe it'll work a little bit better than 20 gauge or 18 gauge, because I don't have 20 gauge in the size I need. Let me get some stopper blocks here, keep everything from going all jingy on me. Alright, so let's go ahead and give these here a try. I'm going to go smaller here. I think we want to need stubber nose at least. I don't... Yeah, maybe I'll pull them down just in case I need them. I don't know what pliers I want to use yet. Normally when I get into the 20 gauge, I'll use my Xerons here, or however you pronounce it. But sometimes I can get away with using the others, my little stubber nose, because they're kind of thin there in the middle, but... Alright, let's get a few things going here. Get the dead bug off of there. And where are we at before we get started? So 20 minutes. Oh boy, these feel weird. I've been using those other pliers for so long. These feel weird. Little stubbies. Forgot how stubby they were. I tried starting on the inlay with these, but I did not like the feel I was getting on the rings, the bite. I liked the stubbier nose, the shortness of the jaw, but they were thinner too, and the thinness is what was giving me some problems. You know, I forgot my drink. I do like them, but it has been a little while since I've actually used them, because I went to the bigger pliers when I worked up the stainless wallet chains that I had ordered last week before, and the bracelet. So I was using the heavy dutier stuff. This all feels so weird. These little pliers are a lot lighter, and well, let's just say these 19 gauge are definitely a lot thinner than the 16 gauge and the stainless that I have been working with. So we'll just get a few going here. I might have put these wrong, but we'll go with it. We'll see what happens. Got a little dust bunny flying around here. Get off me, dust bunny. You know what? Everything's going pretty good. I'm going to take my glasses off here. Get a better view and angle. Yeah, it's much easier. Yeah, we'll just do a little handful here, get it started, see if it's going to work. But I'm kind of wondering now. I think 3/16 is going to be too big. I don't have anything smaller than 19 gauge. And I don't have any 19 gauge wire. Got some 20 gauge wire. And I could make up yeah, I can 11/60. Actually, no, I don't have an 11/64 mandrel crud. That's I got all my 16ths mandrels, but I don't have all my 32nd mandrels yet. I've got a couple 64th mandrels, but never got them, but I haven't really ever used them yet. Hadn't had the need to yet, so. But I've got them. Some of these others I haven't actually used. I'm just trying to get the whole set of all the mandrels I would need. I did slow down a little bit getting them because I want to build a bigger rig. And if I do, I'll need to get longer mandrels for everything, which kind of blows. But I don't mind having the shorter ones because they work out well. If I need a lot, I'll use the big set. If I just need some smalls to test, they'll work great. Where I just need a couple hundred rings just to see if something I'm working on is going to work, they would still work for that. I wouldn't even necessarily have to put them in my rig to do them up. But, I can hand them to a degree. I do like putting things though through the rig because I have the braking system, so I get the same tension every time I'm pulling off my roll. That's just one thing. It just seemed odd when I first started that I was doing coils, but they seemed to be just a little. I mean, nothing drastically off. I mean, granted, no worse than any other company I've gotten rings from. But I just, then I started playing around and started using a braking system. Started noticing I was getting a lot more consistency from coil to coil from time to time. A coil that I'm coiling 6 months ago is going to be pretty darn on, if not on, something I make today. So, and that wasn't happening at first when I first started doing them, because summertime and winter times can kind of change up how your coils are working. So you have to kind of play a little bit on that. When it was coming to that time, and I noticed a lot less of that now whenever I'm using a braking system on my jig to pull the same tension. Just seems, again, that could be all in my brain and all in my head. I don't, I'm no engineer, I'm not a smart dude, but it seems that way. I'm just using my own deductions, and again, I didn't fully test it. It's not like I did test parameters too. It's just what it felt like, what it seems like, through the years. I just go by that. That's all I can do. Alright, come on here and split apart. Alright. And then we need to flip-a-doo, flip-a-doo, flip-a-flip-a-flip-a-doo. Will I be able to grab all of these? I think so. And where did I go? Oh, come on. Alright. I guess this is where I could use a tie, but normally I don't have that kind of an issue where I need a tie. Kind of how I'd start a full version in a way. Come on. My fingers just aren't used to the little rings here lately. I haven't done the little rings in a while. Flip over. Oh, how did I get outside that one? Really? Alright. Come on. Normally I don't need a tie up my rings to get them done. I've worked out ways where I can not have to tie things up on most weaves. There are a few weaves that I will use maybe a little helper, but that was a little annoying. It could be that those rings are too small. That's what I'm worried about. Like I said, I'm playing around here. This is not the proper size for this per se. Now, I mean, there's guided sizes, but it's not like you have to use the size. Yeah, I should have put those rings on there first, but oh well. I'll just use some open ones. If it's going to work, like I said, I think you got to get a few chunks in to really see how it's going to pull. Try to grab this properly and see how. Get on through. Want something smaller? It looks like I've got enough room here. If I continue down, this should work. Definitely going to be smaller on my side bits than what we normally are, but it should work. We'll continue, see what happens. That so far, if it starts tightening up a little bit after 4 or so chunks, then it might be time to abandon and try something else. But these are normal sizes, though, which would be good if it does work, because then you don't have to worry about the, it's good when normal sizes work and you can put together a kit or whatever or let people know the sizes, and it's not a big issue with, you're looking for. There are some things out there where you have to have precise sizes, and some of those sizes are very odd. Into the 64ths, and that's why I want to get mandrels in the 64th range. so I just got everything I could make up. I mean, I know some people that make them up in 128s. I'm not gonna. If I ever needed to do something that was that dependent or whatever, no, I think I'd just buy them then. Because that'd probably be a very odd project, I would imagine, in a way, just because that would be an odd one, I think. This time I will remember to put these on this time, and I won't have to do that. Yay for me, I remembered. And if this works out, this will be the thing I want to do. I want to do this in stainless so I can weld it. But I also need to know what size was going to work well, because I need a little more dainty stainless stuff. I do know that. Most of my stainless is fairly bigger items. I mean, I have a few smaller JPLs and whatnot, but I need a few more. I need a little something a little daintier. I think I have a regular flat box weave like mine. I think I did another one. What's going on here? Come on. What did I do? Oh, come on out there. Come on out there. I need to be through the middle here. There. Oh, no. Never mind, I know what I was doing. I didn't screw it up. It wasn't me. Hopefully I'm in screen even. I just realized I pulled it up pretty close to me. I thought I was on the next level ring, not this ring. Not doubling up. I thought I was already moving on to the next ring. Because I'm a doofus. Now let's see here. Yep, tighten that up, but put it back around. Let's pull this out. Come on. Oh. Well, we'll go another. Yeah, we need to get to about 4, I think, before we'll fully know if it'll work or not. Feeling I need to make these outside. My smaller rings need to be larger, is what I think needs to happen. But boy, it's going to be nice and flat if it would work. It might be, I don't know. I mean, I could continue to go, and it might be tight, but still enough give to be able to go around a wrist. That's going to be the thing. I don't mind it being snug, but as long as there's enough play in it to go around without pulling on it, because I don't want it to be pulled on and start pulling apart stuff. Now, you wouldn't have to worry about that in stainless, and that's why I want to do one of these. And the stainless that small. I love my bigger stainless, so. And I think I've done well, no, I haven't. I've done a smaller one in any metal. Now I think about it. I need to actually go through and inventory what I have and get a better idea. I mean, I know the stainless, I'm trying to grow its line, so I have let some of my aluminum stock go down a little bit because of more focusing on trying to get some stainless going. And then I've got 2 versions of stainless. I got welded and non-welded, so. Alright, let's go to the next one and see what happens. I guess I need to put on some glasses here. I'm not seeing any odd blurs, no red blurs, no, looks like text box blurs. Let me get a quick check here. We're out of time too. We're at 52, so we're getting close. Well, I see a thing over here. I noticed that over there on the Twitch, but that looks like junk. I don't want to pay for viewers. I want people that want to be here. Sorry, I'm grabbing my drink real quick. Mouth was getting a little parched. We'll go ahead and continue this here. We'll just go ahead and finish out. Only got a few more minutes here, so we'll just continue to finish this up. Go a few more rings, however far I can get during this, and then I don't know, I'll decide after the stream and see if I think it can continue, or should I stop and try a different size. Because it is getting a little tougher, but it still looks like I've still got enough bendy. So, That's going to be the big thing. Will the bendy be there? Gotta have enough of the bendy. I think side to side, or the fat side, I think would have plenty of bend by the looks of it. It's going to be the flat side bend. How far? I think it'll probably be fine though. Because I mean, when you do JPL, it's fairly snuggish in a way, and there's not a lot, but you can start making a donut out of it pretty small in normal average sizes. So, all right, on to the next. Getting them up through that, and it's pulling them apart, and seems to kind of snug it up while I'm doing it, but then after everything relaxes, after I'm got it closed up, it seems to give it enough, so it might actually work. I wish I had, if this works, well, I wish I had some. Brain is going overdrive, yay. Okay, yeah, okay, I gotta shut up. I can't say too much. I gotta be a little quiet, but I don't know. Maybe. I'll have to do some looking and seeing after I'm done here. Make this, well, I'm gonna finish this bracelet, and then I got a thought. I have a thought. Most times you better run when I have a thought, but let's see here, we'll close up a couple more of these. Where are we at here? Oh, I did forget the mid speech, I guess. So I'll go ahead and start doing that, I guess, now. I do want to thank everybody for dropping in. If you watched us, dropped in live at any point in time and come back and see this, or any of our other videos, I do appreciate it. Or if you're watching us later, I do appreciate that too. Any views are very much appreciated. Any extra thumbs up, likes, and all that stuff is even better. They're free ways of helping us out to let people know we're out here doing stuff. Like I said, the streams, I think, started coming in handy in a way. I do need to mix in some more pictures at times, but I got tired of posting the same pictures all the time. It was the same weave that I've done, It's kind of why I kind of started going down on the pictures there for a while, and the stream let everybody know I'm still active. I'm still active, just wasn't posting as much stuff. But now that we're doing the stream, it lets everybody know we're active. We're out here doing stuff. So, like I said, any likes, shares, all that stuff, that helps us out. It's a nice little free way to help us out. Trying to, the more of those we get, the more walls we'll show up on. That might have somebody go, hey, let me go look. That's how I gotten into. Where'd that ring just go? Okay. Is that it? Oh. Well, I mean, that's how I've watched some of my other fellows chain mailers out there. I hope they can start getting. I know right now I don't know of anybody else chainmail streaming. I know of several that are doing videos and walkthroughs and whatnot. I thought about doing those, but there's already a lot out there, and I have talked about doing them, and I could still do them at some point, maybe just slowly add them in, but I'm just kind of having fun doing this, so we go with that. But I do thank you. Again, if you guys, if you ever see anything and have thoughts, send me a message. You can private message me. You can post a little message on here. Find me on Facebook. I'm willing to help you if you're a fellow chainmailer, or if you're somebody looking at an item we have. Drop me a line. I wouldn't say most. I'd say, but a little more than half of my sales comes directly from Facebook interactions with people. They ask me a question about this or that. I let them know this or that. And so we set up things like that, because I don't have everything on my website, but you can still order through the website too. I try to keep it updated with at least product information that's currently there. I need a lot more product to add to it, to be honest with you. But we're still there. We're still doing that. We still have events every year, so don't forget to check those out too. But we're going to go ahead and close up shop tonight, today, whatever. But we will be back next Tuesday, and I will spend this weekend working on the ugly old face cam and get that thing working. I'm gonna get some things rearranged here. Right now, I'm kind of makeshifting my area because of what I was dealing with Tuesday and today. But yeah, I'll have some time this weekend. I am going to get this all worked out, be back to our normal cameras hopefully, and all that by next Tuesday. So I hope you all have a great weekend. Well, I'm gonna have hopefully a good anniversary weekend. I got to remember anniversary. Mess with camera later, but it will get done. So we'll see y'all next Tuesday. You all have a great weekend. We'll see you then. Peace.